Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my author's answer video, technically for August 2020 because I'm a bit late doing this. And speaking of weirdness, I see that I have much less battery than I thought I did on this camera, so I should hurry it up here. Anyway, the author's answer series was started by J.D. Archer and his writing group, wherein they asked themselves a variety of reading and writing related questions. And J.D. put a bunch of them online on his AuthorTube page, and I'll link that down below, as well as my own AuthorTube playlist, because I've been answering these questions sequentially once per month, unless I, have a lazy freak out or something and don't do it one month and then I do it the next month. So anyway, I am up to question number 41, which is to talk about the experience or what you felt when you had your first story or book published. And I think a lot of the reason I was in a funk and depressed and didn't want to talk about it last month is because I've been in a slew of getting form rejections for everything I have out on submissions, so I feel like a failure and a fraud, and I didn't want to talk about anything. But in a slight change of pace, I've been working with an editor on one of my flash fiction stories, and it's possible that we'll be going into publication in the next couple of months. It's not definite, so I don't want to give like all the specific details and jinx anything, but I think it's a strong probability, and even if it doesn't work out, it's just been so invigorating to talk about my writing in more detail and to work on it with an editor, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity. So I have had a couple of short stories and even a poem published before. I feel like the first one as an adult would be skydiving in Minerva Rising in 2013. My memories really were of shock and bewilderment and gratitude because on a whim I saw that, an advert that they had, they were relatively new at the time. This was the 4th edition of the journal, and they had a call out for a themed issue about mothers, and I thought, well, on a technicality or coinky dink, my story, skydiving, had a lot to do with a mother-daughter relationship. So I sent it in, and apparently they liked it, and it was just it was a feeling of gratitude, really, that these people who I had no connection with before, took a chance on my story and liked it and included it in this. As for publishing a book, I feel like that would feel differently, and that's of course what most of AuthorTube, I think, is gunning for, is a novel-length manuscript of some sort, either through traditional or self-publishing. And I realized I have had a fantasy forever, or what feels like forever, about what I want, what I'll feel and what I'll do if and when I get a novel or novella, because I have a novella on submission, published. And I'm thinking of that scene from 1994, Little Women, when Jo gets her manuscript, like it's just sitting randomly on the kitchen table, and she tears off the covering and sees that it's all, typed out because it's about to be published, and she like gasps out, "My book! They're going to publish my book!" And they even have the scene, somebody, put it online, and I thought I could, put it on Facebook when I have a big announcement like that. Although technically I think that scene centers a lot more heavily on the romantic ending to that movie, her relationship with the German professor, than it does on her, wonder at getting her book published. So maybe I should change with the times, because I'm sure the 2019 version would have something far more focused on Jo publishing her book and writing her book. But I don't know, that swelling music and Winona Ryder's face and everything, I feel like ever since I was a little girl and I saw that, I felt like that was the dream of what it would be like and what I'd want to put out there when I got the news of publication, or when I got, an ARC in the mail. And speaking of that, there is like a 21st century basically equivalent of that, of people who post on like Twitter or social media, like their unboxings of their ARCs, and they're all always sobbing and oh my goodness, and holding their babies in their hands. So, I figure that'll be, good marketing and, a good way to share my joy if and when that happens in the future. So stay tuned. And I guess that about covers it for me now. I hope to be back later this week to actually stay on target with this month's author answer question. But in the meantime, I'm at an I don't even have any bars left, so hopefully I can wrap this up before the camera dies down. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Keep writing, and I'll see you next time.